Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a Shangri-La Star Coral um, deck profile. I've been playing with this deck. Actually, my friends have been playing with this deck more than I have. They really like this deck, and I can see why. It's very fun to play, and it's definitely a lot better than the previous build of the deck. Since this deck now, it has a lot more draw power than before, and there's just a lot of stuff that you can do now. Since the new Bermuda Triangle support is, it boosts the deck a lot. So let's get on with the deck profile. So for the starting Vanguard, we run the grade 0 of the ride chain. When you ride the grade 1, you can search your top 7 cards and look for a grade 2 or grade 3 out of the ride chain. You cannot search for this, so yeah. But you can search for the other one, Aurora Star, I think her name is. Anyway, so next we run for Shangri-La Star Coral. She's pretty powerful. So her skill is Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and you can choose a Bermuda Triangle rearguard and bounce it to your hand, and then this card gains plus 3,000 power, and then you can choose a card from your hand with coral in its name and put it into your soul, and after that you can draw 2 cards. This effect can only be used once per turn, so you can't abuse this and just draw a crap ton of cards, which is fair. Also, this is a activation effect, so you can't do this during your battle phase, unlike the old card. So it allows you to have a bit more, do a bit more stuff with the stuff that you draw into, which is nice. So we're in for that, and it's a cross ride of Aurora Star Coral. So yeah, that's also a plus. Next I run for Aurora Star Coral. You really don't want to run into this card. She's not that good. So yeah, mainly you want to run into her. So yeah. But what you do want to do is keep these in your hand so you can put them into your soul, because you want as many of these in your soul as possible, because you do soul blast in this deck. So yeah. Next, grade 2s, I run the Shiny Star Coral, and she's the grade 2 of the ride chain, and when her effect is, when this card attack hits, you can bounce a front row unit, and if the grade 1 is in soul, you can bounce the a back row unit to your hand. So yeah, you can apply some early game pressure if you ride into her. Next, I run 3 11k attackers for the Limerick 4. Mainly I run this because this deck doesn't have a lot of big beaters. So in order for you to form 18, you're going to have to either use these with a 7k or have her with another 9k booster, which this deck does have. So those are the main methods you form rows to hit cross rides. Because the rest of my grade 3s are grade 2s. I run 1 Girls Rock Rio. I run her because she's SP and she helps you soul charge. And I run 3 of the Unflippers, because combo with Shangri-La Star Coral, you pretty much get a free draw too, since you go Popper Skill, bounce this card, unflip 1 damage, and then soul charge 1. So yeah, of course you still need to have that initial soul first. So if you have 0 soul, then you can't activate her skill. So yeah, grade 1s I run the grade 1 of the ride chain. When the wrong grade 2 rides on top, you can search your top 7 cards of your deck and ride the correct rate too. So yeah. Next I run two of the I think her name is Karen. She's the Bushiroad monthly promo, and she has almost an identical effect to Girls Rock Rio, except her effect requires you to Soul Blast instead of Soul Charge. But basically, when this card gets returned to your hand, you can counterblast one, Soul Blast one to draw a card. So yeah, it's pretty good. Basically, you'll net one soul every time you use her skill because you have to Soul Charge with her skill too. So you Soul Charge 2, and you have some spare soul to use for her skill later on if you don't want to blast this anymore or bounce this anymore. Next, I run 4 of the 9k boosters. Mainly, she's 9k booster because usually you won't bounce more than once in this deck. But basically, every time a Bermuda Triangle unit gets returned to your hand, she gets plus 3k. They're the same card. So basically, every time you pop her effect, she turns into a 9k booster. And since you can pretty much infinitely use her effect, combo with this, then you'll always have a 9k booster. Next, I run 4 Perfect Guards because, well, they're Perfect Guards, so why not? And, yeah, that's pretty much the Great One lineup. So next, for the triggers, I run 12 crit and 4 heal. You really don't need to run draws in this deck. I actually don't recommend you to run draws in this deck because you draw way too much already, and you're going to deck out if you draw if you run draw triggers. So I don't recommend running draw triggers, but yeah, I don't recommend running whatchamacallit triggers, draw triggers. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. There's not much to say. This deck is pretty straightforward. Bounce, draw, bounce, draw, bounce, draw. Crit your opponent to death with your 12 crits. And yeah, you win from there. So that's Kartaku, and I'll show you guys another Infinite Rebirth deck profile soon. I'm not really sure which deck it will be next. Maybe Machinings or Aquaforce, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, this is Kartaku, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!